All right. I think I am live. I need to kind of I'll spread the word around a little bit first before I start anything. Let's see. I'll spread the word around a little bit. So I'm gonna start in like let me just give it 2 minutes and see what I want to do with the 2 minutes still. Okay, this is probably going to be quite long, to be very honest. Let me see. Code, wow. Okay. How do I check if people are here? Sure. Okay, someone is in the chat. Well, I guess one person is here. I can start then. I don't need a lot of people. Uh, just plug my laptop and start. All right. So, welcome. Thanks for joining. Today I plan on working on collaborative drawing app using Flutter. So I already, in a previous tutorial on my YouTube channel, I already built a drawing app. And today I just want to explore like making it collaborative. I attempted this before, a few months ago, using Firestore and Flutter, but the result was it wasn't that good. There was a lot of latency. I guess I spoke to someone on the Firebase team at Flutter Forward, and the person told me that Firestore is not exactly a good choice for my use case, which I think was actually fairly obvious before. So today I'll be trying to use sockets. Yeah, so I'll be trying to use sockets today. And to do that, I kind of went ahead to write a simple socket code. I think my VS Code is stuck. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Yeah, my VS Code just decides to do anyhow. Anyways, I tried to write a simple WebSocket server thing here. So this is the code. All it does is it connects. I can make connection, and then I have two kind of routes: current sketch and all sketches. So current sketch being because in the tutorial of the drawing app I had to use a stack. I used a stack and then I used all path and current path. So this current path is to store what you're currently drawing, and all path is everything you've drawn before. And so this all sketches will be for all path, and then this current sketch will be for the current path. And so let's kind of get started. I think the first thing I have to do will be to kind of start my server. npm. I think I have a script. Yeah, my VS Code is really just being weird right now. I have a script here, starts, which is nodemon. npm run starts. Reading the comments now, I can see someone saying, ask it be, how are you? Well, I am doing great. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I hope you are well. I can see would experiment with that frog sockets. Huh. That's actually a very good idea. I really didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. I guess I'll do that in one of my tutorials. Hopefully. Hopefully. Because I'm more focused on rendering. So yeah, I started the server, as you can see here, and using port 3000. So now the next thing would be to kind of add a plugin for sockets, you know. So okay, that is weird. So on pop.dev there is there's a plugin here. Actually it's a package. It's a Dart package. It's called Socket IO Client. So I'm going to be using this one. Let's add it to our pop spec. If you see some lag or something like that, I think it's my internet. It's a bit choppy today, but I couldn't skip the stream though, because I skipped the one last week. I was kind of sick. And then so we have our sockets IO client here. So first of all, let's try to make a connection, right? Um, we can look around um in the documentation. So we can see that client, which is what we have. Let's try to get some of this code. The import socket IO client as IO. Then we can try uh connecting. So this code here, let's have this somewhere here. So local host 3000, I think, yeah. I'm using 3000. I think it should be WS, not HTTP. And then we have to set the transport to WebSockets. Option builder. Um, set transport, I think. Set transports, and then can have WebSockets. This code is looking so something is wrong. Okay. Okay, so we need to connect this. Let's use connect. Actually, we have to do like a option builder dot build, then we connect. So now we have this. This is supposed to connect, but how do we know if our client, our app, is actually connected to the WebSocket? Actually, this is nice. We can see in our Node.js, I can see my VS Code basically, which is a simple server I wrote with Node.js. You can see it says made socket connection, meaning that our WebSockets, our client is connected to our server. Actually, that was fast. I was thinking this would fail, but it worked in the first try. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised. And now that we've connected to our WebSocket server, we can actually still kind of double check with this though. So socket.onConnect, we can print connect to see. And let's go to the run. So you can see here, it's actually very tiny. You might not be able to see, but it says connect. So it's connected. And the next thing we just have to do now is to find a way to send our our drawing to the server. So this might be a little tricky, right? So our drawing is stored in form of an object called sketch. So this sketch has three things. It has a list of offsets, color, size, and sketch type. We cannot send this sketch as it is to our server. Our server is going to be like, what is this? It seems to recognize what we have. So what we have to do is to convert this sketch to JSON. So we have to convert the sketch to JSON and send it to our server. That way the server can know, okay, okay, this is JSON. I actually understand JSON and I can actually accept this. To do that, we need to have we can have we need to have it to JSON and a from JSON, because if we are converting to JSON, we have to send it to the server. We have to receive back from the server, right? When we receive back from the server, we're receiving a JSON in JSON format. I have to convert it back to sketch. So first, let's do to JSON. To JSON, which should be a map, right? Which should be a map. Okay. Which should be a map. We need to return. Need to return a bunch of things. So we have points. We have points. We have color, and we have size. We have size and we have type. So first, let's do points. We have a color. We have size, and we have type. Okay. So first of all, the size is integer, so I don't think that should give us any problem. So let's just put in the size. The color, though, the color is a color type. We need to convert this to something that the backend can understand, which is probably a string. So we kind of need to convert our color to string. And for that, I created an extension, right? So this extension converts color to, X, which is hash something something. Actually, I'm not really sure. So color dot to X. So this doesn't come with Flutter. It doesn't come with Flutter. Is an extension that I wrote before this live stream because I do not want to start struggling with it. And then the next thing will be, let's do the type. So the type also, I wrote an extension. The type is a sketch type. We need to convert it to string also. And to do that, I wrote an extension here to regular string, sketch type to regular string. So what it does basically is to sketch type.scribble, for example, it kind of splits this into two from the middle here, and then it just picks out this part. It just picks out this part. So when we have type dot to regular string, and now the last part, save the best for the last, I guess, which is the points. So the points here is a list of offsets. We need to find a way to change it to a list of strings rather than a list of offsets, right? I'm not sure if offset has anything like to string, but anyways, what am I saying? Not a list of string, a list of map, actually. So lists, so let's say points map, and let's say points dot, so points dot map, and then we can have, we need to change this to, we have to create a map here basically. So our offset has two things, I'm sure. The X and the Y should be in string. So the X and the Y. So this is where the offset is. And then we can just do offset dot the X, offset dot the Y, offset dot the Y, right? And this is supposed to be a list, so do dot list. And then we can have the points map here. So now we have we have a list of we've converted our sketch to JSON. Actually, let's kind of print it. Let's just do a random print to see if it's actually accurate or not. And to do that, I think on pointer down would be a good place to do this. Print current sketch dot value dot to JSON, right? Something is okay. All right. So now let's try to just draw something. So when we draw something, we can see here in our console, we can see the JSON is here. It's looking quite well. It has points, which is a list of maps, and then we have color, which is basically Xcode, and then we have size, which is a string, and with the type, which says scribble here, which is also a string. We can also change the color to just kind of see. The X of this color says 2196F3. So I think this is working quite well. So JSON is working quite well. Now let's also implement the from JSON. Okay, so factory sketch dot from JSON. So from JSON takes in a map, of course. Call it map JSON. Okay, we need to return something for sure. Return sketch. Okay. So let's start by actually converting our points, which is a list of map, to a list of offsets. And to do this, let's just do list offsets points. It's equals to JSON. I'm pretty sure it's like up here, it's points. So okay, so how do we convert this string that is basically a list of map to a list of offsets? Well, we can do this as lists, right? And then we can also do dot map. And here we have, instead of having a map here, we can have an offset, and E, which is basically supposed to be the offset, the X, and then the Y. Actually, I think this might work, but it might also fail. I'm not sure. Let's just see how it goes. So we have our points. The next thing, of course, is the color. And color, you can have JSON color. And this is a string. We need to convert it to a color. So let's do a string. Then I think I made an extension here also. Yes. Wow, extensions. Very, very useful. I made an extension here on string. So it basically converts Xcode to color. And so I can just kind of do to color. I can see a comment. It says from Prasant. It says use map string dynamic instead of map. Well, yeah, you actually have a very good point. Thank you for that. Yeah, I kind of omit that a lot. Very bad habits. Uh, Same here. Okay, good. So this is better. And going back to color, so string dot to color. So what this to color does is it takes the string, which is going to be like hashtag something something, a bunch of hexadecimals, and then converts it to a color object. And then here we have size. So the size is a string, but it's supposed to be a double, right? So JSON size, we have to convert, it's a string now, we have to convert it to a double. So we do double dot pass and then size. The last thing is the type. Type, which is going to be a sketch type. Currently, it's a string. I believe it's type here. Okay. And also, I made an extension also for this. I just basically created all these extensions because I knew they were going to be very useful. So this extension, what this extension does is it's basically converts string to a sketch type. You can see the code here. I'll definitely share this code after the live stream. If you want to make your life easier, just basically learn to use extensions. They're very good. So that's going to be to sketch type enum. That's a pretty long one, which is here. Okay, so now we have this. But how are we sure that our from JSON is working fine? So one thing we can do to what we can do to verify this is to when we convert to JSON here, let's have listen. Let's try to convert back, to sketch type and see if it works. We're just kind of doing trial and error here. The main part of communicating with server is coming very soon. Let's just finish this part up first. And to do this, we can have sketch that from JSON. Okay. Okay, yeah. So let's see if this works. I'm going to restart this. Our WebSocket is still connected. Oh, okay, that's a lot of errors. That is not good. That is not good. I can see something here saying double is not a subtype of string in our model. Hmm. And it's basically directing me to this line. I guess this is already a double. We don't need to parse it, which is weird. Let's try again. Okay, I guess that works. Hmm. Yeah, so everything is working. Hallelujah. Anyways, um, well, that is actually very good then. The next thing for us would be to send our sketch. The next thing would be to send our sketch to the WebSockets and also kind of receive it back, right? Um, to send our sketch to the WebSockets, we can do that somewhere here in onPointerMove, right? So on pointer move, we can kind of send the current sketch, which is going to look something like this, sockets, which is something we created up here, if you remember, sockets, and then can do emit, socket emits, um, socket emits. In our server, we have a current sketch, and socket emits current sketch, and then we are sending this current sketch dot value here dot with JSON, the JSON format of it, right? I think this should work. Yeah, I am hoping. I'm hoping this works. And of course, let's do this. All right. Okay, so when I draw, we can see here it's saying current sketch and it's objects. I don't think it's supposed to be object. It's supposed to be like a string of like just like a string, not a JSON object exactly. So I guess one thing we can do here would be JSON encode, right? So instead of sending map, we are sending string. So JSON encode is going to convert from object to string. So let's restart this. Okay, so when I draw here, oh, nice. As I draw, we can see we have a lot of JSON here. We have a lot of JSON here, which is good, which means this is working fine. This is working fine for our current sketch at least. So the next thing will be to kind of send the all sketches also. Mm, and that will also be socket.emit, I believe. Socket.emit um all sketches. Hmm, okay, this is looking a bit confusing. All sketches, also JSON encode actually. All sketches dot value. Okay, this is a list of sketch. Should it be a list of JSON? Well, let's kind of print out this to see what it actually is. Okay, okay, it's looking good actually. So it's a list. Okay, nice. So everything is going to our server just fine. Everything is going to our server just fine. So now we need to kind of get back all these things from the server, and since we need to use streams in Flutter. So if you are familiar with streams, well, we are going to be using streams. But if you're not familiar with streams, I think one thing you can do is to probably read on it. Current sketch, let's say current sketch stream. And then we can also have all sketches stream. Huh, I think I'm pretty good with naming variables. That's impressive. Stream controller. All right. Let's check this documentation to be 100% sure. Huh, okay, yeah. So it's a stream controller, and also a stream controller. So the next thing would be to listen to the socket, kind of. So on what's current sketch, right? On current sketch, we have to kind of add every data into the current sketch stream, so sync, let's add data. So we can repeat this same thing for all sketches. Sync.add data. This should be all sketches. Really lazy to write variables. Okay, so now we have our stream. We have our stream. Now we need to create stream builders so we can actually, get data from this stream and use on widget. I say question. Just joined. What documentation is that? Okay, so it's documentation of this package I'm using currently called Socket IO client. So this stream, I'm kind of trying to use Socket. I'm trying to use Socket to create a collaborative drawing app. So I created the server using Node.js, which this is the code for the server right here, very simple server. And then I'm using Socket IO client to kind of connect to the Socket server on the Flutter side. So yeah, so the next thing will be to use Stream Builder. Mm, That will be somewhere. Oh, okay. Where are the widgets? The code is really big. I can hardly see. Okay, so here, current path, and wrap it in a builder. It's called a stream builder, right? Then the stream is going to be current ah, what is the name of that variable again? Current sketch stream. Oh, I can't. Okay, there is I added two semicolons there. My bad. So here it's going to be current sketch dot stream, right? And okay, this should be context. What is the error actually? Should be a context, build context and async snapshots. So context and snapshots, right? And then, so here you can create a sketch. Let's make it nullable. And then, of course, map, string, and dynamic. Let's call this should also be private nullable. Let's call this sketch map. So now we need to check the snapshots if we're actually getting any data from it, right? So we can do if snapshots the data is not null, we can do sketch map equal to JSON, not JSON encode. I think it's JSON decode this time around. Snapshots dot data. So here we should have a sketch map. But what if we do not have a sketch map, right? And we need to convert the sketch map. Actually, we need to convert the sketch map to sketch. So sketch, which is created here, um, equal to sketch dot from JSON, because our sketch map is basically JSON. And saying it's okay, it's nullable. So let's kind of make sure it's not null. And then sketch map is not equal to null. Okay. Uh let's read the comments again. Okay. So I'm looking at the comments and I can see sketch stream controller sketch. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. My bad again. Yeah. Actually, I don't think that makes sense. It shouldn't be sketch. It should be string, I believe, because we are getting a string from um from our socket. We're not getting a sketch, right? So I think it should be a string and not a sketch. I think I might be wrong. And then Here, I can also see some comments. I see snapshot.as data. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Let's try it and see. All right. Okay. So this is good. Now we actually need to use our sketch, right? So the sketch here, we need to pass it into our custom painter. Pass it to our custom painter. So sketch. If the sketch is null, then we are just sending a, an empty list. But if not, we're sending a list with the sketch in it. All right. All right. Um, okay. Let's see. Let's see if this works actually. So I'm drawing and it's everything is happening in the console, but how can we see what is actually happening? How can we see what's actually happening? So I will try to run this on web, on another platform, so we can try to see if it's actually working as it should. Hmm. Let's give it a a little time. Let me just read the comments. Okay, I agree. It was more suitable to use as data. You are actually, that is very correct. Um, then we have another comment. Just arrived. The string just storing list of points. Sorry, can you rephrase? I don't really understand that question. Okay, the web is running, right? So if everything is working fine, then as I'm drawing on one screen, it should be showing on the other screen. Let's see if this works. We have an error. This is not good. Int is not a subtype of double. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? How are we supposed to know where this is coming from? Well, let's revisit our model. I think it's coming from here again. I had a very good hunch. I should have kept the double dot pass. So I'm just going to do the string. So let me refresh the code here. Where's the web? Okay, I'm not sure if you can see this. Another error. Why is this happening to me? Okay, also here, I guess I have to do double dot parse here also. What's going on? So this should be dy for sure. I'm not sure. Okay, it should be double dot parse, right? Okay, good. Let's restart both clients then. Okay, so on the right, on the left side, we have the web. We have the app running on the web, and on the right side, we have the app running on an iPhone, iOS simulator. So if I'm to draw on one side, it should kind of be going along the other side. Uh, so if I'm to do this, yeah. So as I'm kind of scribbling on one end, it's moving on the other end. It's a bit slow. I'm not sure why that is. We can probably debug that later. And probably, so as I'm drawing one side, the current path is also showing on the other side. So Now, when I'm actively moving my cursor on the screen, my pointer on the screen, it is shown on the other screen. But what about all the other sketches I've already made? Why are they not showing? Well, that is because handled we have not handled the all sketches part. So we need to create, which is this side. So we need to create a stream builder here also. So it's going to be very, very similar thing. Here in the stream, we can have, let's say, all sketches stream, the stream, and we can have snapshot also. We can have snapshot also, and here we can have a list of sketch. Let's call it sketches. It should be an empty list.empty, variable true, and we can also have sketches map, since we are basically getting a string from um the sockets. Okay, good. So now again, just like this part, we can check our snapshot if the snapshot has data. So if snapshot has data, what we want to do is to set the sketches map to this data, right? And then the sketches can be equal to sketches map dot map, and we're converting from, because it's basically all JSON, from JSON, which should be, let's say, changes to JSON as map dot to list. JSON as map is saying no. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is looking good. So now we have sketches here. Let's just pass it into the custom painter. So let's restart. What did I just do? 2 minutes. So let's restart the two clients, both the one on the web and the one on the mobile. So when we restart this, let's try to draw on the iOS simulator this time. So when we draw on the iOS simulator, it's actually much more faster this time around, I think. So everything we are drawing on the iOS simulator is showing right here on the web. Let's try to change the color. Let's try to change the color and change the shape. So let's make it a rectangle and then a red rectangle. Can make it a circle, a blue circle. It is still, everything is still moving, it's still showing on the other screen, and it's quite fast. A green line. Yeah, so this is good. This is very good actually. I think that is all. Let me just go around this comment section, try to answer some questions I can see there. I think I saw a question. Why not use Riverpod? Well, yeah, that's a good question, I guess. Well, for the sake of this live stream, I just want to make it very simple, make something very simple. So I was actually supposed to go with set states, to make it as simple as possible. But the initial drawing app tutorial I made, I didn't use set states, so I used hooks. So I had to use hooks in this one also. What's your LinkedIn name? What's your LinkedIn name? My LinkedIn name is Festus Olusegun. Uh, yeah. So that is my actual name. And then I'm seeing another question. Why did you initialize the list like that and not the regular square brackets? Oh, yeah, that's a very good question. That is a very good question. I like that question. Why am I acting like a nerd? Okay, anyways, where is it? 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 Jesus Christ. It's somewhere here, I think. No, it's up. Okay, yes. So why did I use this list.empty rather than using regular lists? Well, I think I should just kind of show rather than. So on enums, I prefer using that because while using this, I used to get some errors. I'm not sure that was before. And I decided to start using list.empty. And till now, I'm just really used to using list.empty. No actual no no actual reason I would say. But I just really prefer it to be honest. It's kind of easier for me to control. Another question is restricted to one side of the web. Can we consider the width? Actually, the reason why it's restricted is because of the sizing of the simulator. If I draw outside, if I draw outside here, it won't show on the simulator because you see, it's just the sizing. Like, okay, I can see someone answered the question in the comment section. This is due to sizing proportion and relative position. Yeah, that is 100% correct. It's because of the sizing of the simulator. If I am to run this on web again, on a separate um, web window, a web browser window, the sizing is going to be very good. That state makes it hard to understand, bro. I'm not really sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I feel like everybody can understand set states, but when it comes to like having river pod or block, people that are not familiar with that particular state management can get easily lost, you know. But everybody has used set states at some point in their career. So that's kind of much more easier to understand, in my opinion. This is very simple, something very simple. Yeah, this is actually very, very simple to be very honest. This is a very basic thing to do. Yeah. If you have any other question, if you have any other questions, please ask in the comment section. I'm happy to answer your questions. Whether it's relating to this live stream, sockets, custom paints, drawing, etc. Please feel free to ask. Um, I'll be waiting for the questions before I end the live stream. Basically, the only way to actually make the drawing appear the same on both screens is if I use the same size of canvas, right? And currently, my canvas is the size of the window. My canvas is the size of the window. Like on this web window now, the size of my canvas is the size of this entire window. While on this simulator, the size of my canvas is the size of this phone. So it's never going to look the same. The sizing is going to be off for sure. Okay, I'm not seeing any other question in the comment section. Okay, if you have a question, just go ahead, please. Do you have a good understanding of logical pixels? Well, I wouldn't say very good understanding. I do my best. I can try to explain, but I wouldn't say I have an expert knowledge of it. Will the code be made available on your GitHub? 100%, 100%. I'll push this code to my GitHub as soon as this live stream is over. As soon as this live stream is over. Also, you should um try to watch the previous tutorial on drawing. I made a tutorial on drawing, which was, yeah, so this tutorial right here, I'll paste the link here. You can try watching this tutorial where actually this was the tutorial where I built the original drawing app. Saying, can you make canvas zoomable, movable so user can have the same canvas as the web? Yeah, that's that is very possible, but that is a bit technical because to do that I'm probably going to have to use interactive viewer, but then I'll have to do some more calculation, consider the scale, the scaling, the zooming and all that, also the panning. And I'm not sure that's something I can. That would be a live stream of its own entirely. Maybe I can do that next month. Welcome, Josh. Welcome. So actually, the stream is over. Thanks for tuning in. It was just all we built. We built a collaborative drawing app where you can draw on one screen, and when you can draw on one device, and the same thing basically appears on another device. So that was what we did. You can definitely still watch the live stream, the recording later on, if you are interested. So this is what we built. It was kind of fun though. You missed you missed out on that. This is what we built. It's looking really nice. Sorry, just joined, but do a quick 5 minutes recap of what you did, what you used for backend to make both phones see the changes. Okay, I think I'll just do that. It's probably won't be up to 5 minutes though, because I'm running out of time. Maybe 3 minutes. Um, okay, so just to do a quick recap before I end the stream. Before I do a recap, let me just finish answering all the questions here. So I'm working on the chat feature. I haven't worked on one before. Backend gave me a bunch of endpoints for sending message and retrieving messages in a conversation. Centrifugal, I'm not sure I know that. I'm not sure I know what that is. I see we'll submit a PR on a repo. Please do that. Actually, that would be very, 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 very helpful because in the repo here, Flutter Drawing Board, which is the official repo for this drawing project, I actually have it as part of the features I would like to explore: canvas, zoom, and scroll. If that's something you can do, please. I'm sending the link to the repo. Your PRs are very welcome and very well appreciated. It gave me like an address. Is that all I need? Cause I don't know where to start. I'm not sure what centrifugal is. Maybe I should do a Google search. Centrifugal. Centrifuge. Okay, so okay, it's a WebSocket client. Okay, yeah, if it's a WebSocket client, then yes, all you need is the endpoint. All you need is the endpoint. Yeah, the address. I think that's all the questions in this comment section. Let me just do a quick recap. Let me do a quick recap of what we did, and then I will end the live stream. So what we did today was basically a collaborative drawing app, which is demoed here, and we used Node.js for the server, the backend. I actually wrote the server before I started live stream. So I used socket.io, Node.js, socket.io and Express. This was the code. It's basically a very simple server with just two endpoints, two routes, and then we connected this our server to our Flutter client, our Flutter app using this package called Socket.io clients. It worked really well. It actually worked on the first try. I didn't have to sweat. And then after that, we kind of worked on converting our sketch model to JSON and then also converting the JSON back to sketch model. And then we listen to the sockets, right? We listen to the sockets using streams and basically displayed it, you know, on our screen using the custom paints and the custom paints widget. Sorry. Um, that was it. I'm going to push both the code for this server, the Node.js code, and also the code for the front end, the Flutter code, right now after the live stream. Thanks for joining. It was really fun. Today's live stream was really nice. I'm hoping the next one will be like that too. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to be having a live stream. We're going to continue building Flappy Bird, what we built about 2 weeks ago or so. It's going to be, but this time it's going to be much more fun because I'm going to be adding speech recognition to the Flappy Bird. It's going to be fun, trust me. Just join me in 2 weeks and let's have fun in the live stream. Before I end the stream, I can see someone saying, "Hey Hassan, I made a simple chat app. You can check it out. Please, if you can reach Hassan, if you can reach out to this person, maybe it can help you out, or you can also reach out to me. I might also be able to help you out with your chat app. I'll be expecting your message. So thank you very much again, once again for tuning in. It was fun. It was actually very fun doing this live stream. Thank you and goodbye.